Shalom, shalom Israel. First and foremost, I'd give our praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. The honors to the elders and apostles of Great Stone. Shalom to you brothers in the highways and the byways, preaching and teaching this word in sincerity and in truth. This is your brother Shapal. Along with me we have the brother
Isaac.
Right, and we're about to go into this lesson today. And this lesson is surrounding a video that's been circulating in the media for the past week or so. And it's a video of Andrew Holness, addressing I don't remember the town which it was, but
Possible Moby.
Montego Bay. Okay. And what happened is,
I'm not sure.
yeah, well, we stand to be corrected if it's not Montego Bay. Alright? But the point is that you have disgruntled civilians, you know what I mean? And them basically vent them frustration, you know what I mean, on the government and how they have been handled and how other foreign entities have been handled, which it goes to show that in the long run, because we do believe in the scripture when we speak about civil unrest and all of that, and that's what's coming to this society. Right? It shows that in the long run, these men, as I say in 2 Ezra, that they are not going to regard their kings and their prince. Right? Now, we're going to play this video, right, to give you our overview on what we're speaking of, and then we'll just get into the scripture just to, expound more. So let's play this video, right?
Chicken back once a better day. There's some chicken back 2 dear you. Just like it's expensive. No problem. A $300 for chicken back.
Hey, just to pause it out. Hey, you can hear members of the public say them not sleep with them do what man now. Because that was one of the promises of Andrew Holness running campaign plan to become Prime Minister. Right? When he becomes Prime Minister, he can't sleep with the door open because he's going to get rid of violence and all this. So all of these promises we must make, plus having the elite using him as a puppet to carry out them agenda, when a lot of these things are going to fall upon him shoulder, men are going to look to him, right? Because him know a promise, right? Things where him can't fulfill. Saying, so what you think will happen when this thing turn upside down? People are going to come to him, right? Because the elites them are prop him to do certain things, right? And him now come out and say, boy, the reason why the economy is this way, or the reason why such and such is this way is because his hands is tied. At least manly come out and say, boy, him can't do nothing, his man's tied. But this man is pushing the elite's agenda, right? As if it is his one. So guess what? When the riot start, him going to feel the pain, man.
Quick reason for that.
Wow.
This is Jeremiah chapter 8 and 11. It says, for they have healed the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly,
Right.
saying, peace, peace, when there's no peace.
That's right. See? There's not going to be a peace, man, because guess what? The scripture never promised you peace on this side. Right? So no matter who will come, and promise you can sleep with the door open, you can do this and you can do that. Right? It's not going to happen on this side, man. The scripture speak about civil unrest and the time we're into Jacob's trouble. Right? Who is Jacob? Negroes, Hispanics, Native American Indians, so-called.
I go to Ezekiel 13 and 8. It says, therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because ye have spoken vanity and seen lies. Therefore behold, I am against you, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and mine hand shall be upon the prophets that see vanity and that divine lies. They shall not be in the assembly of my people, neither shall they be written in the writing of the house of Israel.
That's right. And right there, man, it speak about prophets, but guess what? These men are also known as prophets because the prophesy basically means to say before. So once you're saying something before it happened, right, then you basically prophesy. Now you have prophets of Israel, prophets of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You have false prophets. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he is holding the position of a prophet, saying that there's going to be prosperity and peace, right? And the scripture do not promise you that. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, if you can go up a little more, it speak about not in the day of the battle, have not gone up, verse 5.
Verse 4.
Right.
It says, O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the desert.
That's right.
Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the edge for the host of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of the Lord.
Because there's a battle coming in, man. There's a spiritual battle and also there's a physical battle. At the time of Jacob trouble and the third world war, which all of the prophecies we see now unfolding, to fulfill those things. Right? And the battle, the only men we see are prepare our people spiritually. Because scripture said the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. The spiritual battle we're heading into. The only people prepping them is the men we see on the highways and the byways, namely of GMS.
We actually tell them so the time of Jacob's trouble is coming. Exactly. Why the apostle even double this here as
exactly.
Woeful year of Jacob's trouble.
Alright.
So we are telling us here the destruction is coming. Instead, these politicians and these they call them now religious leaders, they might prophesy peace. So God gonna bless you. Year 2024 gonna be prosperous.
Exactly.
But I tell us, yo, no, that's not according to the prophet of the Most High. It's written that this shall be the time of doom.
That's right.
This is not the end of much glory do it abide.
Right.
And we bring forth the scriptures, the prophecy of the Most High, prophecy of this world. So it's going down in flames. The Most High hate this wicked society.
Exactly.
And he will destroy it off the face of the earth as is written.
That's it. Finish.
I'm going to skip down. It says, let me see, verse 9, it says, and mine hand shall be upon the prophets that see vanity, and that divine lies, that shall not be in the assembly of my people,
right.
Neither shall they be written in the writing of the house of Israel, neither shall they enter into the land of Israel, and he shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, because they have seduced my people, saying peace, and there was no peace, and one built up a wall low, others daubed it with untempered mortar.
That is it, man. So guess what? It holds no ground, no firmness, man. The scriptures, because the scriptures are going to come true. These prophecies is being fulfilled right in front of our eyes. You know what I mean? So that's not untempered mortar. But what these men, the foundation what these men building on, telling you all of these things, man, it can't stand because it's not sustainable.
It's like a man who build the most upon the sun.
Exactly.
But those who build the most upon the truth, basically with the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
That is them who build the most upon the rock, which is Yahweh Shai.
Because
this, the scripture said, the fashion of this world passed away. Alright, and you also say in 2 Peter, in the 3rd chapter, verse 10 on down, they say everything, all these things shall be dissolved, melt with fervent heat. So what the hell you tell people say for year Vision 2030, we're going to build these new roads and bypass, infrastructure and smart cities, when the Most High tell us that he shall build without throw down.
Right, and the people feel the blunt type, man, just the same. Alright, we'll just get back into the video as we finish.
We need to develop, we need things. 13,000 to a little bit. Mr. Brown got one thing we want to tell them about. We run my business and I want to pay them tax like the Chinese.
Alright, and as you hear the gentleman say, he want to run a business and don't pay no tax like the Chinese. He can give me the curses about question, the strangers that is within you. Because all of this go back to the curses, and this is the thing. One Joelness I try to do in his own way, ignorantly, is to upset the curses. Because guess what? The curses are cleave onto us. There's only one person that can break the curses, man. And it's Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. See? So, the prosperity and all of that, we must promise, on this side, man. It goes against what Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai basically instill and add as for us as Hebrews Israelite, man. We have transgressed, and here is our prison house where we come to serve punishment. You understand? Right? And until the Lord Yahweh Shai comes, we are still under this bondage. You understand? So we're getting into the curses, man, particularly the one that speak about the strangers that are among us, because this is the reason why we're in the predicament that we're in.
And basically, as we refer to the curses are poured upon us, Daniel 9:11, called transgress.
Right.
And what them they promote the other day, pork eating.
Yes.
Which is a form of transgression.
We're still transgressing.
So instead, them actually teach so we're supposed to cleave to the Most High. Them actually teach people to depart from the Most High.
Exactly.
This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 43. It says, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
Right.
He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
Right. So what are the strangers among us? You have the Elamite, for one. You have the Moabite, you are the Chinese Elamite, you are the
call them Syrians out here.
Syria, yeah. Right.
They're more like the East Indians.
The East Indians. And right now they are the ones that are in the stores. And our people are the ones we out on the sidewalk spreading out chapal
and the Metropolitan Police are them down.
Exactly. And taking away them goods and them things, because and here you have a country which predominantly is Israelites, man, you know. And basically you can't even own a store for selling among your own people.
Yeah, because the requirements to actually set up shop, it's very expensive.
Exactly.
You know, all your money gone in bills and registration fees and all of that. You know, and you find out say you're profitable. Plus the taxes will then go and charge you each year. Right, really, really high, and you not make that much profit. And even if you import goods in Jamaica, it costs a lot. Versus the Chinaman don't really pay that much.
Yes, and them have a thing with the Chinaman where them can come and set up shop and have a tax exemption for 5 years. You know what I mean? And then after the 5 years, them start to pay tax. However, you know them going around the system, the Chinese. So what them do now, them come and they set up shop, and for that 5 years, you know what I mean, them not pay no tax. And then when them move, you know what I mean, and have either them relatives or them friends coming in, you know what I mean, and for another 5 years, you know, we running the business another 5 years and such, you know what I mean. So them basically finding ways to go around the system, and you know, and these men have a particular hatred, man, against our people, all just the same, you know.
And the scripture speaks about the dogs come and lick the sores of Lazarus, which was a parable. Right. The rich man represent Esau, and the dogs represent these heathens, and Lazarus is the Israelites, the so-called Negroes named for America and Spanish Latinos. Because you can't live out Esau, so he's one of the chief stranger. Definitely. He's going to get up above us very high, because scripture say when the time comes, he will basically break the yoke. Right. You see me? And basically rule. Right, but he was made to serve us because of our transgression, you know, basically him the on top right now for a short time. Which is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right. Alright, so we'll just finish the clip.
That's all we want to the boss. I want for business and a pay on tax like the Chinese. Me never know that a Dr. Chang run up there and nothing up there. The Chinaman is too independent. They've been left for years. Only when election time he come around. Dear. No. See Mr. Chang there. Mr. Chang, me live in paradise and know me. The place need police station in Uga.
Can I pause it? And Chung out time one more, so they have been complicit in keeping inner cities impoverished. You know, and the sanction for that is death.
That's right.
Go put that out there, if you basically touch the eyes of the apple of the Most High, Most High gonna fuck you up.
That's it.
Is me even thinking about that just get me angry, yo.
Yep.
Is me you cause the Most High people for being impoverished, and then you get us a kill off them one another. You've been complicit with Esau, yo. And the sanction for that if you don't repent, which means these niggas are repent, yo. Nope. The Most High gonna kill you.
That's it, man. That you can't go on the second as Baba Kasha, because now we're in at a time of war, right? Because there's a time and place for everything under the sun. It's not a time of peace, it's a time of war, man. We can see the drums beating over there in the Middle East. America and everybody soon get there's an uprising, man, you know, in the earth. Now it's going to be, scripture speak about Jacob's trouble, right? And when we're going to the scripture in the second Ezra, it's going to show you, you know, describe a time where Andrew Holness and your MPs and all of those people where you put your trust in for lead you, right? Those men that come to a time when people have to take up arms against those men. You understand me? And me watching this clip, man, it's just bring to me that, look, the time is getting close because the people's spirit is already disgruntled with this man, as you can hear in the clip.
Especially with the corona fuckery.
You make a good point, because, but then that was showing, and Mr. Holness shows the tyranny that he has and the power that he has. You know, people were so disgruntled and angry, man, at the whole lockdown, and you can't even vent because they have a illusion of democracy. But once you speak out and say, hey, and some people take it a bit far, you know what I mean, to tell the Prime Minister about his mother or his wife and whatever it may be. But when you see the power that a man can find you anywhere there and drag you out of your house, you see me, and make you a public example. You know what I mean? I'll get you arrested.
Just tell what's up to your mama.
Just fit, yeah, but tell him about the mother and thing, because where is democracy then? To show you that this man is a tyrant against his own people, man. You know? And you see him here and the people venting frustration and he can't even answer. He can't even face the people.
Yeah, shame.
You know?
Yeah, it's a true shame yet.
Can?
Because the society not collapses yet.
Exactly.
And put it out there as well. You know, you're so damn stupid. They have a sister, the elites them set you up.
That is
and
it.
the Mosai set you up as well, because the Mosai use the elites as spawns. You know, you sell out the Mosai. So
Right.
guess what? The Mosai you set up in Slippery Slope.
Right. And Isaiah 28 also. But,
man,
alright, cool.
Which one you want first?
You can get that first.
This second
Yes,
Ezra?
right.
Alright, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and 14. Say, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draw nigh.
Alright, and we can clearly see that it's approaching. Go on.
And one people shall stand up to fight against another.
Right, so you're going to have civil unrest, man. You're going to have race wars, you're going to have class wars, and all of that. Not just America, but throughout the earth. Because everywhere you can look now, there's a level of uprising. Division.
As is written, I always try to come towards it. The division.
Right. See?
So everybody rise up against each other.
Exactly. And the closer we get to the end, you know what I mean, it's going to be more intensified. You know?
Blood are going to basically shed in the streets.
Streets, exactly.
Right. It says, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Right. I mean, your guns, your knife, whatever it may be. You know what I mean? People have got arms, because there's a lot. I remember the brother Yashaya speak about his workplace where you have an individual, I believe it was a police officer or somebody, that came down there and said, look, you know, hey, when these things...
Ex-FEMA member.
Okay. Yeah. So basically when this thing start, you know, hey, it's going to be every man for himself. You know what I mean? And you know, he always went on to explain a lot of things, man, which go to show that, look, every man out there armed, most of the guns them out there in the streets. You know what I mean? You know, because you have imported guns now from Haiti and all about you know, Jamaica. And you know, you have the anti-gang law where them try to pass to confiscate all those weapons, man. But there's a lot of those weapons out there in the streets. And even police officers and all of these men who sworn to protect, you know what I mean, I got turn even against the government, because these men have families also. And when hard time reach them, man, and lawlessness in the street, there's a lot of guns out there, man. And majority of them is going to be pointed at the powers that be.
And there was a research a couple years ago which supposed to even more. Them say criminals with basically armed members outnumbered the security force by 3 to 1.
Exactly. Wow.
And we know say even some of the weapons them with them have is more deadlier.
Yep.
Right, than what the regular policeman have, or MP5 or whatever. Look what take place in Tivoli.
Exactly.
Right, we with knowledge, you know, to spread and powerful about Shemel Shai, know that if it wasn't external help,
right,
you know, that the JDF would fail miserably. It says verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and we see that happening in the video, you know, basically speaking against lawful authority. It says, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power.
Right, and it now speak about the ones that are the crown upon the head sitting in a seat which has been, you know, anointed by the Duke or whatever it may be. Right, we're living in a kingdom right now, the Esau Edom, your kings and your prince right now in Jamaica, or your prime minister, you know, and his cronies. See? So in that time, it's not going to be any regard. You can give me before you go to thing there. Oh, you get the meaning?
Yeah. This is the definition of king. It's a male monarch of a major territory unit.
Okay.
It also say especially. Sorry.
Right. So a lot. Hey, king is a kingman because
referring to a ruler.
He's basically a ruler. You know what I mean, over a particular province. And Jamaica, you know what I mean, is one of those places where you have numerous men will come up. You know what I mean? Over in Jamaica here, man, that has been tyranny against the own people. You know, going back to even PJ Patterson, a couple others.
That devil CIA.
Yeah, exactly. You know, which bring in guns and CIA, you know what I mean, and all of that. You know what I mean? So we know so it's not gonna be good. You know what I mean, when it come on to the end of these men.
Going back to you? Back to 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 17. Says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Can.
For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed,
Right.
and men shall be afraid.
That's right. Go on.
A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword,
Right.
and spoil their goods because of a lack of bread and for
Great tribulation, because there's going to be a famine also, and you can see the food supply chain is being threatened, right there in the Middle East. A lot of tankers and a lot of ships with produce has been seized. Yemen, you have the Houthi rebels, all of that mixture with Britain. You know what I mean? All of that, those things, man, is going to have a long-lasting effect. You might not feel the effect now, but further down, you're going to feel the effect, man, right? And there's going to be a lack of bread. There's going to be tribulation and distress in the streets, man. That is what's prophesied as what's coming to this society. Because guess what? The government need to break this society down to rebuild. You know what I mean? By Isa mandate, of course. You know what I mean? In his sense, he's trying to build a utopia, all right? A more controllable slavery system, man, right? Which you can go on YouTube and click on China's social credit score system, and you can see that digital prison that has been created where you can't buy or sell or do anything, which we know that go back to Revelation 13 and down. So this is the end goal, total control, right? So all of these things have been set up, in the spirit, ultimately by Yahweh Shemeshah, but it's to accomplish a particular goal. So that's why it's the civil unrest and all of these things leading up. So it's just bare destruction ahead, because they want to get down with this society that will happen. And the way we do things now, and for change over, there's going to be a lot of war, death, destruction, famine, and all of that, man. They call it the Fourth Great Revolution and the Fourth Industrial Revolution, Tawara. And every revolution that has been, every change, it comes with a world war or mass death and destruction and casualty, basically. You can get me, before you go into that, just a short side precept, you can get me Isaiah 3 and 7, Baba Kasha. Isaiah 3 and verse 7.
It's Isaiah 3 verse 7. It says, in that day shall he swear, saying, I will not be a healer, for in my house is neither bread nor clothing, make me not a ruler of the people.
I can start at verse 6, yeah.
Alright, 6. It says, when a man shall take hold of his brother, of the house of his father, saying, thou hast clothing, be thou our ruler, yeah, money, is in the uptown, house on the hill. It says, and let this ruin be under thy hand. In that day shall he swear, saying, me no rule, resign.
Yep.
So saying, I will not be a healer, for in my house is neither bread nor clothing, make me not a ruler of the people, for Jerusalem is ruined, and Judah is fallen, because their tongue and their doings are against the Lord, to provoke the eyes of his glory.
That's it. So you see, because we transgress, man, the Lord has been total destruction. So guess what? Nobody not going to want to be in a rulership position in that time, man, because everybody have to look to them.
Responsible.
You held responsible, just like Anjolas, man. You might go want that seat the women is a very hot seat. You might go want to give up the seat. In the time when the people is going to turn against him, man, he might go want to give up that seat that he's in, because it's a very dangerous seat for being, man. The time coming.
At least him set him up, yo.
Exactly. It's because if them have use for him, they will use him. And them now sorry if him buck up on misfortune, just roughly paraphrase scripture. But you can get in Isaiah 28.
Yeah, so this is Isaiah 28 and verse 14. It says, wherefore hear the word of the Lord, these scornful men that rule this people which is in Jerusalem.
Right, so Jerusalem is a people before it become a place, right? And the scripture is also saying, set Jerusalem in the midst of the nations, just for roughly paraphrase the scripture. So your so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native American Indians, you are Jerusalem, Israel. Yerushalayim, basically city of peace. And guess what? You have men like Anjolas, and whosoever that's been appointed over you by Isa or Isa himself, man, ruling our people, in a very, what do you call it? It's really used tyrannical way.
Tyrannical, yeah.
Right. Go on.
Because them learn from the devil, as Yahushua say, you're
Your
your father, the devil.
devil.
And the rest of your father he will do. He was a murderer.
Mhm.
Is he a liar from the beginning? You
Mhm.
know, because, you know, Cain slew his brother Abel. Why?
Right.
Because a bad man. And that's what Esau been doing. You know, and we see people, leaders of Jamaica, political leaders, them mix up in the crime.
Mhm.
You know, just to basically what get for them little food.
Right.
And people know that. A lot of the
Exactly.
garrisons them know say yo these politicians are involved in the crimes.
Can.
So then go for them. And the most are gonna put the spirit on them to do it. Verse 15 says, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement.
Right.
When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge,
Right.
and on a falsehood that we hid ourselves.
Right. Yeah, what scripture says he's like is as death and hell and cannot be satisfied.
Mhm.
Speaking about Esau, Edom, right? So you have made a covenant with the so-called white man, right? Through the WEF
Mhm.
and all of those, you know, we promise you that if you sit by us and if you do this and you do that, then you know you will be this and you, because no one was saying that he is no small fry on the whole earth.
Me fuck it up, you know, so we call it him a big fish on the
Earth
road
cage.
Road
Earth
scale,
scale,
sorry.
yeah, yeah.
I remember exactly. So they must say him a top ranking.
Yes.
So I remember he get a seat on the Queen's Council, you know.
Right. So
Privy Council.
so these men have been promised certain positions and even money being thrown at them, you know,
Mhm.
for basically get our people in a particular state of mind, you know what I mean? And you know, and guess what? You know, that's covenant or they make the agreement that they make with the devil. You know what I mean? To sell our people.
To the
Don't-
New World Order.
Exactly. Right? Go on.
Says therefore thus and it come New World Order come on like the climate change you know, like the treaty them signed the other day
Right.
with the EU. The people think these are beneficial for the Jamaican people and
Yeah.
infrastructure,
Mhm.
the loan agreement with IMF and all of that.
Can.
This is actually for them what? The scripture said the borrower is a servant to the lender. And therefore by that them have to subject themselves under basically the measures,
Mhm.
right, and rulers we call it now laws where
Right.
you know the devils,
Right.
you know, tell them to do, them have to do it, them not a choice again.
Exactly.
And then come out and talk like man.
Yeah, exactly that I think. That I think, you know, bro. Them now come out and say, look, we can't do anything. This is where, and you know, and it's those men up at the top. We have to get a man. This is how, you know. They're not saying any of those things, man. So guess what? Since you take it on to yourself as if you are doing these things, you know what I mean, you are gonna be held responsible. You know.
It's only fear.
Yep.
It says therefore thus said the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will lay in Zion
Mhm.
for a foundation, a
Right.
stone,
Mhm.
a tried stone,
Which is a house, shy.
a precious stone, and come by the truth.
Right.
You know, which basically we are basically bearers of this truth right now.
Con.
Says on a sure foundation,
Mhm.
he that believeth shall not make haste.
That's right.
Judgment also will I lay to the line,
Mhm.
and righteousness to the plummet, and the hill shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and the water shall overflow the
Right.
hiding place.
So these words that we speak, man, it's unveiling all of these things, these lies and all these things. That's why we can come on video and bring out the 100% truth. We bring the scriptures to show you, you know what I mean, what these men are doing, man. Because once you come to the power and spirit of Yahweh Shai, and you diligently seek wisdom and seek the Lord, man, certain things are going to be revealed and easily understood, you know, because of the spirit of the Lord that's up with you, man. See? So through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, you know, we can decipher, say, look, Andrew Wellness, this is what's going on, and this is going to be the end.
No,
Yeah.
read out the judgment.
Exactly. That's your judgment, you know.
It says, and your covenant with death shall be disannulled.
Right. So the agreement we make with the so-called might not stand because it's against what the Lord prescribed.
And he said the devil, not help you.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
if you dead.
The scripture say I think in a psalm where it say the covenant we make in basically break just to rough paraphrase scripture.
Yeah. The more it goes, though it's basically smoother than
Oh,
hard.
yeah.
Drawing swords.
Drawing
And
swords.
them literally set up these leaders,
Mm-hmm.
you know, to basically carry them nation to basically overthrow. And then when the nation them rise up, you know, the civilians, you know,
Right.
them get put down and them come as a saving armor.
Exactly.
Right, which Yahushua come in the scene. It says, read about verse 18, and your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand.
Con.
When the overthrown scourge shall pass through,
Mhm.
then he shall be trodden down by it.
Right.
For the time that it goeth forth, it shall take you. from morning by morning shall it pass over, or by day and by night, it shall be a vexation only to understand the report.
Alright. So guess what? The Lord is coming back, man, to destroy. And guess what? The scripture also says, do hand join with hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. And you have another one to speak about getting thrust through. Right? Now
Put him on to Egypt.
yeah, no, yeah, you can get that one, but I think the one is speaking about is though the wicked shall be thrust through. I don't remember why it's so good, but hey, you know. But
this quick one. Isaiah 36 verse 6, Lo, thou trustest in the staff of his broken reed, and Egypt, we know the modern day Egypt today is America. And the same thing you do today, because this was ancient Egypt. When I remember the name of that little Eden king, I think of a man from Assyria, you know, Rabshakeh, you know. Basically I tell Israel, say, yo, because you know, they believe in Egypt, so you then can defend them and fuck them up.
Exactly.
You know, but I see them today have people believe in a great big bad America, Babylon the Great. So say, Lord, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed, which America, America is strong again. And Egypt, wherein if a man lean, it shall go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him.
Alright.
And when they go to the chip, literally.
Yep, definitely. And the modern day fear now is those leaders, you know, in America right now. Creepy Biden, man, and at large the elite that control him, you know. He's a puppet. You know, but I think the point, you know, has been made, you know, we can basically close off right there. You know, we're going 31 minutes. But you know, just to say that, look, you know, in the time to come, it's not gonna be easy for those leaders. That's the point of the video, you know. It's not gonna be easy for them because guess what? They have already chosen the side that they're gonna be on, and they're already doing the work that is fitted for damnation that's written in the scripture, for the destruction, you know what I mean, or the judgment, you know what I mean, for what they might do. See, as you read the scripture, man, it is chosen, and that's the part that your prime minister and your leaders heading down towards, man, you know. So with that, I want to give out praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kodash, the honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to your brothers in the highways and the byways, preaching and teaching this word in sincerity and in truth. I want to say shalom. Hope this was edifying. Shalom.